Alright, it should be about time for the miracle of Ark birth here, so we should have our first direwolf baby. There we go. It kind of glitched down the middle of it, so come on, imprint. What's going on, guys? TBF Gaming back with another episode of Ark Survival Evolved. Hey, so we're going to skip the normal intro today. We just wanted to really say thank you for the support that we've gotten over the last few videos. We posted a couple about the most recent update, and they all got over 100 views, which I know in the grand scheme of things is not much, but for our little channel, it's pretty cool. We're up over 1,000 views already, and we're really appreciative of that. Hey, one in particular, we wanted to really give a shout out to Red Dragon. Red Dragon's given us a bunch of comments and likes. We really appreciate them giving us some constructive criticism within the channel and trying to help us improve. We really appreciate it. This is just a hobby, but it's been a lot of fun. I'm having a lot of fun playing these games. I really want to get into some more games and kind of branch out. I'm going to keep doing the Ark because it's the easiest one to do for like a free flow episode. Allows me just to kind of get on here and ramble a little bit. So I really enjoy doing that. I'm going to continue playing the Injustice game. I do like playing the Injustice game, but I'm so bad at fighting games that it's a little harder for me to do the actual commentary because I'm too busy trying to figure out how to do little special moves for the character. So we may continue to upload that one, but we may switch to a commentary free, and I'll just do dialogue before and after the episode, and then during the episode just, you know, straight gameplay. We're also going to start adding Forza Horizon, the new DLC that came down for that. I want to play that. I got some new Hot Wheels edition for it. Looks pretty cool. We should have a Guardians of the Galaxy review that should be up on the channel by the time this video posts, so we'll have to see on that one. We've got a couple other games in mind. There's 7 Days to Die that a lot of people were asking us to try out. A couple people have asked us to try Minecraft out. I'm not very good at Minecraft. I haven't played it in a long time, so I don't know if that's something we'd really be interested in doing or how well an episode like that would do, but we're going to look into it. There's a lot of things we want to do. So right now, obviously, I'm over here trying to crank up an actual saber. So we got our first little high level 135 saber that's going to help us out, give us a little bit of base defense over here. And then we're going to work on our direwolf army. So I plan on getting a big old direwolf army together so we can take them out into this cold area here and start taking out some of these large packs of wolves and really level them up, and then we can use them to go into some of the big caves later on. So that's the general plan. Let's get this guy tranked up, and then we'll... Oh, there he goes. He's down. Cool. So, alright, so we're grabbing the meat for this guy. The only other announcement we got going on is here in about 2 or 3 weeks, we're actually going to be moving overseas. So I've got a big move for our family. We're going to be, you know, without internet or television or video games or pretty much anything for at least a couple weeks. So I'm going to try and record as many as I can, record as many episodes as I can, and have them on a timed release. So you still get an episode once every couple days. That way we'll continue to hopefully, you know, improve and grow the channel. And then once we get settled over there, we'll pick up a regular schedule with the actual episodes. So that's happening here in a few weeks. Like I said, I'll try and be well prepared for it. All right, so this guy should tame up pretty quickly. We'll see what we got going here. We'll take a quick break, and then when he's tamed up, we'll bring him back. Here we go. Should be up. There we go. cut the recording back on just in time. So got the saber up. While that was taming up, we went ahead and went around and did a little bit of scouting of some of the wolves in the area. So we got a few that we're gonna grab. All right. So this guy's up. We'll throw a saddle on this one. All right. Kind of can't really see here. All right. So decent starting stats on this guy. We'll probably play with this one here in a little bit. For right now, we're just gonna park him and start going to get some direwolves. So the main focus of this one is going to be trying to get direwolves as quickly as possible. Oh, never mind, follow, my fault. Parking back over here. Tell him to stay this time. I do that too often. A lot of times I'll be on the bird and I'll jump off him and start going doing things, and all of a sudden I realize that he's following me like a few minutes later after he's been following me around the base forever. Alright, so there's some pretty large packs over here. We should, once we get over here, should be able to find the ones that are pretty high. And we'll just get rid of the ones that are not. Yep, get rid of that one. Alright, there we go. I think we got a winner here. So we're going to continue to do this. I'll probably do this for a little while, get a few of the wolves together, And then once I got a few of the wolves built up, because this is going to be pretty much the same thing over and over, just in repeat, probably do at least 3 of these guys, maybe a few more. Got a T-Rex over there. But at least 3 or 4 guys, maybe 5. And then probably take them out and do them a little bit of leveling. That should be it. Alright, this first wolf got up while we were actually doing a little bit of crafting. I went up and got a whole bunch of metal. I'm making up some more trank arrows now, so I have plenty to go to keep getting these guys all tamed up. So I love the dire wolves because you don't have to worry about having an actual saddle for them. You can just jump on them and go, so it makes it a lot easier. And kind of a cool look to them too, that way they don't have to have the saddle on them. Alright, so we're good to go there. I went and got a little bit of metal because we're going to try and get some fur, because we were having a little bit of problem with the actual temperature. We keep getting too cold and having to, end up losing our health, and then we end up just, if you saw in the montage video, we end up go punching a T-Rex so we can die and just respawn at the bed with full health. So don't want to have to keep doing that every time. So we've got a few more things crafting up, and then we'll grab us another dire wolf. Alright, here we go, 135. So this will be dire wolf number 2. Got the 135, we'll get that one tamed up, and then we'll bring back to the next one. Alright, we grabbed a 145 this time. So actually we're going to try something a little bit new. I'm actually going to put 2 or 3 of the wolves in the pen at the same time, and then see if we can crank them from there and knock them out. I think it'll work. I don't think they'll attack each other once one goes down, so we'll try it out, a little bit of experiment real quick. So this one's attacking me the whole way back, so let's hurry and get him in the pen. Alright, hopefully we can actually hit it. It took us like 3 shots to get this last one in. And there we go, got him. Alright, cool. Alright, let's go get one more. Alright, so overall, this method is actually, seems like it's taking longer to knock down all 3 of these guys. I don't know if I was just missing too many shots, or I kept shooting the same, or a different one each time I shot an arrow. I'm not really sure. But I put a lot of arrows into these guys, and this guy is still not going down. The other 2 are down. So we got 3 of them in here. And I kind of think this method is actually a worse idea. I think we just tame one at a time. It feels like they, go down and tame up fast enough. But then again, you're still having to wait the time in between. Once we get these 3 actually eating, they should tame up pretty quick. So we're going to try and keep some of the stuff off here. But we got, I think it was 145, 135, 130. So those all tame out pretty good. We can get, 195 and then a couple of level 200 dire wolves to start with. So that'll be pretty good. Add it to the over level 200 one that we already have. So shouldn't be too bad. So that gives us 4 wolves. We may look around for one more. I would really like to find a 145 or 150 again. The whole reason we started in this area in the first place is because when we first got here, there was that 150 dire wolf, and then while we were making our taming pit, we got attacked right in the middle of that episode. So if you go back and watch the last video, episode 22, you actually see our little building montage set to some music and sped up, because it was a pretty long episode, so we kind of had to condense it down so you could get the building done quickly. And then about halfway through, we got attacked by the dire wolf that we were there to tame in the first place, level 150. So we're kind of bummed about that, but that's all right. So we're going to go get a little bit more meat. I'm going to get some meat on the dire wolves, and we'll get them tamed up. Alright, we're going to grab the prime off our bird here. So I think we got enough prime to tame them up. And a couple of them have been sitting for quite a while, so these guys should tame up fairly quickly. So we'll see once we start throwing some prime on here how quickly they eat the prime. And it should just be 1 or 2 bites of prime a piece to be tamed up, so it should be fairly quick here. We'll put a couple on that one. He's not eating yet. There we go. Put 2 or 3 on this guy. Alright, and the last one over here. I think this is the last one to go down, so he shouldn't eat just yet. Oh no, this guy ate. I got it backwards. This guy ate right away. Okay. So 1 dire wolf up already. And they were sitting long enough to where I think they probably ate 2 pieces like right away. So, alright, first one's up, level 202, the darker colored one. This one hasn't eaten yet. Looks like it's about to. There we go. Alright, that one's up. So 2 out of 3. And we just need this last one. He needs 1 more bite. So, like his food is. He's got a little more to go. So, throw a little more of that prime on there. We can take these 2 out here. Alright. So that gives us a few to start with. Start of our little dire wolf army here. Alright. Park him over here with his buddy. And I didn't really check to see if I got males or females here. We'll see once we get them out here if any of them are mate boosted. Alright, got 1 more waiting on to get up. Alright, there we go. Trying to get him. There we go. Last one tamed up. So perfect. That happened pretty quickly. So we downed him. Took a few minutes to go get a bunch of prime meat because we had to find a an RG or T-Rex to take out. So it took a minute to find something to take out. So we did take out the T-Rex in the area. Get some prime off of that. Alright. Hey, so there's 4 of them. Hey, so I'm going to spend a minute. I'm going to try and find one more, see if I find another high level one. If I can find another high level one, we'll tame one more and we'll stop at 5. Alright, we got our last. Oh, there we go. Got our Megaloceros. Okay, cool. Brought that back just in time. But we got our last direwolf. Getting ready to get up here. We're just going to throw some regular meat on it. We're not in too much of a hurry with this one. I think with even just regular meat, these guys will tame up fast enough to where we won't lose any levels. So, should be good to go there. You see we got our actual Megaloceros over here. So level 1. We got level 194. I can't actually see over there. 190. Yeah, 194. Okay. So 194 Megaloceros. So that helps us get a little bit of thatch. Not like we need a lot, but just gives us an extra dino. We haven't had one of the Megaloceros yet this season, so figure we might as well grab one. So park a little direwolf over here. We got a couple other things done. We did make some. I made us a feeding trough. We went and got a little bit more metal. We got plenty of hide that we've been getting just each time that we go out. So I got a feeding trough over here. I'm gonna keep checking for spoiled meat. We're having a problem with the spoiled meat. I'm not having enough of that, so we're gonna actually make enough narcotic to make enough trank arrows. So we're kind of barely making enough each time we go out and tame something else. So we may have to go back to the old base. I know we got a bunch of extra spoiled meat there on some of our dinos there, so we may have to do that and then come back out here and keep looking around. And plus, at some point, we got to go ahead and make the trip back. We're gonna take the our little direwolf army and actually take them through. Might just take them through the swamp or one of the more difficult areas. See if we can make it through. All right. Another thing, we went ahead and learned engrams for fur, so we get some fur armor made up, so we won't be ice cubed all the time. So that'll make things a lot easier there. There we go. What does this makes up? All right, cool. So we'll have some fur armor finally. All right, there we go. Chest piece, leggings, get the hat. All right, there we go. The gauntlets and the boots. Cool. All right, got all our fur together. All right, let's turn around here. Right. I guess we should, before we do this, we should go ahead and put the actual right gear on. So switch our gear. There we go. Alright, now we look like we're ready for this area. Alright, there we go. Good to go. Alright, so instead of actually taking the actual direwolf army out and doing some leveling, I think we're going to go ahead and do some actual breeding real quick. So I'm going to make a little breeding spot back here in the back. We'll take the wolves back there, and then we'll get started on the actual breeding process. Alright, got everybody just about in position. We're going to put them back here, and then just going to put a little actual fence railing around them. Kind of, we're too heavy. Let's move this one here. Get him in the corner, straighten him out a little bit. And then we're going to have to level this one's weight up. Alright, cool. We got a few levels on it, so we can level the weight up so we can move this one. Throw a little bit into melee. I don't think leveling up matters then when it comes to breeding, because I think it goes off their base stat. So hopefully we moved it far enough. Yeah, perfect. We'll be able to stick these little rails around them so they can't move once we do enable wandering. I don't think we're going to need 2 rails. We can do just the 1 rail, I think. We'll do 2 on this side just in case. Alright, so put these 2 on enable wandering. Oh, come on. Eventually. There we go. Alright, enable wandering. Should get little hearts above them. Outstanding. So we're doing some breeding on those 2. So those 2 are breeding. We'll have a baby direwolf from those 2 pretty soon. Let's go ahead and grab 2 more over here. So we'll go with this one. Do the same thing. We'll take them over this corner. So we only have 2 pairs that we can actually do based on the number of males and females we have. So we got 2. I think it's 2 females and 2 females, 3 males. I think that's what it is. I can't remember for sure. So we're only gonna be do 2 different sets of breeding here when we first start. So we'll get one baby out of each. Hopefully, maybe we'll get lucky and get a couple twins. But overall, we're only gonna get the 1 and 1 over here. So we'll go from 5 to 7 for our little army here. So wasn't paying attention. I don't know why I just grabbed the saber. My bad. Not really paying attention. Trying to get everything moved over here. Trying to hurry so we can get them started while the other one's cruising along, so we can do 2 at a time. Alright. Which one do we need? Who do we take over there? I think we need to take you over here. Alright, so we'll get this one into position. Alright, hopefully it'll fit right in here. We can throw a rail next to it. Alright, are you far enough over? Oh, come on now. Can I not fit two on this side? Why would I not be able to fit two? Let's see if we face this way. Alright, so now they're facing opposite directions. Yeah, it might make the breeding a little bit more difficult, but it should be fine. So let's hit enable wandering on both of these. Alright, they're in love, you know. So we're good to go there. This one's almost done. Perfect. So I've tried to mess with the sliders on this to make these a little bit quicker. I'm not for sure if it's working. So we did have a request to post our sliders, so I'm going to record tomorrow morning. I'm going to record a thing for the sliders. So alright, so they should be good to go. Let's demolish this. But I'm going to post a quick video just showing what sliders we have on here. So in no way are our sliders the most optimal or best way to do the sliders, but it does make it a lot of fun for single player. So on our dedicated server, it's quite a bit different. It's quite a bit lower than what we have here. But that's a dedicated server where we have people to help us out, so it's a lot different. So alright, let's get these ones out here. Want to keep that one somewhat close. Alright, take this one out. I don't think moving is a big deal while they're gestating, hopefully. Alright, good to go there. So we'll keep this one kind of close and keep it off of a platform. That way, when it does have the baby doesn't fall through the platform. We've had a few problems with that where they actually fall down through the platforms, and then you got to destroy the platform to get the baby. So this one's almost made up, almost good. Let's see where this one's at in terms of... Yeah, no. Let's see. Check this guy out. So it's going to take a little while. So like I said, I don't know if our sliders were effective in actually trying to make this a little faster. I know previously it was broken to where you couldn't make the actual amount of time it takes for them to grow up into a full-grown adult. You couldn't really increase that on the actual console. So I don't know if that's been fixed with the most recent patch. So we'll have to check that out. Alright. So we're going to take just a minute there. So we'll kind of bounce back and forth. Waiting for this other one to get ready. Oh, no, actually, we'll just wait right now. So we're going to cut away, but this one will be good to go, and then we'll get in position. No, you know what? In fact, I'll go ahead and cut the recording now, and when we're about to get a couple dire wolves be born, we'll bring it back. All right, it should be about time for the miracle of arc birth here. So we should have our first dire wolf baby. There we go. It kind of glitched down the middle of it. So come on, imprint. Okay, there we go. Awesome. Let's get a little bit of meat on here so we don't die. Alright, let's get rid of wandering. I don't know why they come out with default of wandering, but we'll get rid of that. And now for the other one, we got a little ways to go. Let's see if we can get this one to come up on top a little bit. Get it kind of up here so we can see it. Come on, follow us up here. There we go. Yeah, you can see how small these things are, man. They're pretty awesome looking, or my kids would say, how cute. Very, very cute. So I think they do a really cool job with that. Yeah, definitely awesome. That'll probably be our that might be our screenshot for the actual episode. We'll see. So cool looking little baby dire wolf there. So we'll name it once it gets a little bit bigger here. We just got to make sure we keep enough meat on it as his weight slowly goes up. Alright, this one should have just a few seconds left. Let's see. So yeah, so the maturation looks like it's going to take quite a while, so we shouldn't have to babysit it too long before it gets up to juvenile, but we've definitely messed with the sliders. We just can't get it to where it actually makes it to where that time for them to get to full-grown adult gets a little quicker, or the wants care. We want to be able to do the wants care like once or twice before they mature all the way, but it seems like their maturation time is somewhere around 4 hours, and the wants care is like 4.5 or something like that. So we're never able to do any of the wants care. So, all right, another one born. All right, come on, watch out. We need to imprint. Yeah, just like real babies are born in the wild, they walk right out of the side of the stomach. All right, make sure we got some meat on this one too. We get it lined up with the other one. Oh yeah, always turn off wandering. Sometimes we forget to turn off wandering. We've actually lost a couple of them. Not so much here, but we got a good wall built around us, but in some other places, we've had a lot of trouble. Alright, get this little one up here. I didn't even check if it's male or female yet. Hopefully we got a couple more females. Where are we getting stuck here? Let's move this one out of the way. There we go. Same thing with this one. Alright, now we should be able to walk this little guy up here. Alright. Come on up here next to your sibling. There we go, there we go. So 2 new additions to our dire wolf army. So awesome there. We should be up to, so that puts us at 7 dire wolves. So a decent little pack we got going. Alright. So level 223, level 222. Make sure we got enough meat on each one of these. Alright, so I'm going to sit here and babysit them until they get to, at least till they get to juvenile so they can eat off the actual trough. So I'll sit here and do that, and we'll bring you back when it's time for that. Alright, we went out and got a little bit more meat so we could feed these up. Once we got back, we noticed that one of them was already juvenile. So they go pretty quickly to juvenile. It was maybe 3 or 4 minutes in between. So really quickly to juvenile levels. Faster than I actually thought, because they still got quite a ways to go to get full grown. So they are to juvenile, which means they're feeding off the trough. So technically, well, one of them is juvenile, so I don't have to really feed it anymore. We're going to go and put a little bit of meat on it just in case. This other one should go from baby to juvenile here in the next minute or two. Should be pretty quickly. So, alright. So they're pretty much good to go. Don't have to do much babysitting on either of these anymore. They should be good to go. We're going to have, so now level 222, level 223. So now let's give us 7 total dire wolves once these ones fully mature. So that's pretty good. We're going to try and get a couple more females into our little pack over here so we can continue to build those up. So that's the plan we got going. Alright, so once we get the camera just right here. Alright, that is going to do it for today's episode. If you could, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next episode.